music and soul songs. Yesteryear. With the Vibes Master Chris Whilby. Good evening, good evening, good evening. It is now 8:39 at 8:45. We have issues affecting relationship. How far would you go? Seriously, no, it's a question. How far would you go? How far would you go to revenge the person you just broke up with? How far would you go to revenge the person you just broke up with? We finally got that feed up there on Facebook, on YouTube rather. Finally, it's up there for those of you who want to see me, or if you don't, you can just still hang out right here on CaribbeanVibesRadio.com. Yeah, no problem. Cynthia Slash, send me the pillow. Mix it up a little bit this evening, something a little bit different, you know. Yeah, mixing it up. Send me the pillow. Good evening to you.
I've waited so long for you to write me, but just a memory's all that's left of you. Send me the pillow that you dream on. Don't you know that I still care for you? Send me the pillow that you dream on. So darling, I can dream on it too. Each night while I'm sleeping, oh so lonely, I'll share your love and dreams that once were true. I've waited so long for you to write me, but just a memory's all that's left of you. Send me the pillow that you dream on. Don't you know that I still care for you? Send me the pillow that you dream on. So darling, I can dream on it too. Send me the pillow.
Stuck on you. I've got this feeling down deep in my soul that I just can't lose. Guess I'm on my stuck on you. I've got this feeling down deep in my soul that I just can't lose. Guess I'm on my way. I needed a friend, and the way I feel now, I guess I'll be with you till the end.
You go. How far would you go? How far would you go to avenge the person you just broke up with?
On you.
That's what we're gonna be focusing on this evening. Issues affecting relationship. Issues affecting relationship. It is now 8:45 according to one of my computers. So yeah, you just don't blame me. Blame the computers. If your watch or clock is saying something different, blame blame the computer. Anyway, it is now that time for issues affecting relationship. Now, this evening I'm gonna play a clip for you from The View, where a woman staged a fake wedding for revenge. She has gone viral for really going out of her way to get revenge on her ex by staging a fake wedding photo shoot and posting it so he would see it. Now, the co-host of The View, they had their they had their discussion, and they gave their take on it. Here is the clip.
And posted it online so he would see it. What do you think of this and all the effort she put behind this, Joy?
Well, it's a very expensive way to get revenge. I mean, it would be much cheaper to just sleep with his brother. That would have worked.
Right. Okay. Right. Megan, what's your thoughts on all this?
I mean, I feel bad for her because it's like a lot of effort and energy. But when I was in college, my friends and I created a fake man on Facebook to comment on all our walls to make the guys we were dating jealous. And we'd be like, he would write like, "Oh, it was so good seeing you last night. You look hot," heart things. And his name was
Right.
Mitch Applebaum. And we would joke about Mitch Applebaum. And it's not a real person. That was a fake Facebook account. So we do things that are
Sarah,
weird.
what about you? What do you think of this
I'm
woman's
rethinking-
elaborate scheme?
I'm rethinking everything now, Joy. I wish there were brothers. I could have done this all right the first time.
My gosh.
I love a stunt.
Go right to the
I
source.
love a stunt.
Right.
I love go big or go
I think she
home.
said,
So
"I love a
although I would
stunt."
never have,
Yeah.
I would never have the energy to do this. But I respect
Right.
someone that does this. I think it's hilarious.
All right. And Sonny, do you admire the dedication to this revenge?
Oh yes, this was for me. Mwah. I mean, I just really enjoyed it. I admired the dedication. I especially admired the dedication of her friends, the bridesmaids getting dressed up. You know, they really had to
Right.
sell it with her, and I would have been front
Right.
and center
And loved
for
it.
any of my girlfriends that want to do
All right.
something like that. I loved it. Loved it.
Okay. All right, cool.
The reason
So there you go. You have it there. So that's the gist of the story. There, somebody broke up. This couple, they broke up, and this woman decided that she was going to, for some reason, she was going to have a fake wedding, and it was in order to revenge. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Is this does this make sense to you? Does this make sense to you? Because it's a fake wedding. It's a fake wedding. And she decided to have a fake wedding, dress up and get her bridesmaids, and she was in a wedding gown and everything, and took pictures. And I'm like, my take on the thing is, how does that affect the price of sugar? How does that affect his feelings? How does I'm trying to figure it out. I watched it yesterday, and I listened to it, and the only people who seem to agree with her are her friends and families who took part in the stupid mock wedding, and the people of The View. the host of The View, because everybody else online who saw the thing thought it was stupid. It was ridiculous. It doesn't make sense. First and foremost, my opinion is, if you are going to go that far, it simply means that you have not gotten over the person. So you are the one who need some psychological help. That's my opinion. If you are going to go that far to go stage a wedding to prove what? What are you proving? No, it's now online. She's gone viral. And he's now seeing that, hey, she did a stupid thing. I mean, I don't know. That's just my opinion. I think it was dumb, ridiculous, stupid. And the guy had a right to dump her. So, yeah, there you have it. She was still stuck on him. 8:51. That's my take on the whole thing. Issues affecting relationship this evening.
Stuck on you. I've got this feeling down.
I think she was still stuck on him.
Guess I'm on my way. I needed a friend, and the way I feel now, I guess I'll be with you till the end. Guess I'm on my way. I'm mighty glad to stay. It's time for me to come home. Guess I'm on my way. So hard to see that a woman like you can wait around for a man like me. Guess I'm on my way. I'm mighty glad to stay. Coming home to stay. I'm stuck on you. I've got this feeling down deep in my soul that I just can't lose. Guess I'm on my way. I needed a friend, and the way I feel now, I guess I'll be with you till the end. Guess I'm on my way. Mighty glad to stay. Stuck on you. I've got this feeling down deep in my soul that I just can't lose. Guess I'm on my way. I needed a friend, and the way I feel now, I guess I'll be with you till the end. Guess I'm on my way. Mighty glad to stay. baby. Love the way you turn me on. You got the right stuff, baby. You're the reason why I sing this song. All that I needed was you. Oh, girl, you're so right. And all that I wanted was you. You made all my dreams come true. Oh, 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 the right stuff. Oh, 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 the right stuff. Your first kiss was a sweet kiss. Second kiss had a twist. Third and your fourth kiss, I don't wanna miss. I can see it in your walk, tell it when you talk. I can see it in everything you do, even
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, Lady D.
baby.
Lady D, where's the Lady D? It's another 91.
You got the
Oh Lord, the joke is on her.
baby.
Says Grace, yeah?
Reason why I sing this song.
That's what I'm saying. If you move on, yeah, thank you very much for that comment there, Grace. If you move on, just move on. It means that you have not gotten over the. If you're going to spend so much time, energy, money, it means that you have not gotten over the person. And who are her friends? Who are her friends? We're going to put up with that and tell her that it's a good idea to go through with this. If my friend come to me with one of that, when I done run him and tell him to go sit him butt down somewhere. Huh? If my child should come to me and tell me that, I would run her and tell her, ask her if she lose a screw. But these people, they went along with it. Her friends went along with it. Can you believe it? And then they say they're her friends. Come on, man. What were they thinking?
In my life, it's alright. You made all. You know what you did. Oh, 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 the right stuff.
dancing queen, the dancing queen. I tell you, that's a ABBA there for you. The dancing queen. How are you? How are you doing this year, Thursday evening? I hope everybody is doing all right. Hope that you are in good spirits. On Thursday evening, we just try to just take it easy and just have a good time. Yeah, because the weekend is coming. The weekend is just right there. It's like you're up on the hump. I just try to get you over that little hump. So as the weekend is coming, you still have another day to go at work. Most of us, that is, if we're not as fortunate as the lady Denise. So our weekends don't start on Thursday. So we have to go back to work tomorrow, Friday. So we have another day, at least one more day. So, my job is to just kind of put a little pep in your step and get you over that hump, because the week is behind us. It's been a rough week for some of us. And, you have one more day to go. Just one more day. Just one more day. So, yeah. So sit back, relax on a Thursday, put your feet up, and just enjoy the vibes, right? All right, so I have a little bit of information here for you. So let me let me see if I can pull this up here. Let me. This year is what I'm calling the Vibes Corner. No, it's a little bit of information, a little bit of mix up, a little bit of something. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So, and listen to this here, ladies and gentlemen. It is called the Vibes Corner right here. So, a woman sparks a debate after admitting she no longer invites her broke friend anywhere. Can you imagine that? She is sparking a debate because she's now saying she's not going to invite her quote unquote broke friend. Well, I mean, I don't know if it's quote unquote, but her broke friend. That's her words. The woman grew frustrated with her broke pal after she began picking up the tab for her time and time again, only for it to become expected without so much as a thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have a friend, what would you do? This one here is interesting. What would you do if you have a friend and you take them out once, twice, and you pay for the bill, you pick up all the tab, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, every time you carry them out, nobody wants to pay. It's like they're expecting you to pay. Now, this woman says she's going to cut it off. When it comes to friendships, the topic of money can be difficult to say the least. Planning trips or days out can be awkward if they don't always cater to everyone's budgets, particularly if one friend earns a lot more than the other. Of course, the essence of friendship is all about helping one another up when they're down, whether there's emotionally or, in this case, financially. But how much can one friend be expected to give, particularly if it isn't reciprocated or even acknowledged? That's exactly what one woman has been left pondering after she felt compelled to stop inviting her broke friend on nights out because she grew tired of picking up the tab. The woman, who wasn't named, was initially more than happy to help out her friend, who was forced to take time off work for surgery, leaving her out of pocket. This was supposed to be a relatively simple surgery with a return to work date scheduled for 2 weeks following the surgery, the woman explained on Reddit. I am the A-hole forum. She ended up out of work for 7 months on leave collecting disability. She went on to say that all of this happened over winter when there was very little the group could do to socialize other than the weekly dinner and drinks meeting they have, depending on where live music is played that week. She went on to say that at the beginning, I was happy to pick up my friend that had fallen on hard times, share of the check, and I'd gladly offered to. I think at some point it had become assumed that I would pick it up every single time. The friend would do odd things when the check came, like fake a phone call, go spend an awful long time in the bathroom, she continued. I would pick up the check every time, and she even at some point stopped saying thank you or acknowledging the bill at all. Unsurprisingly, it eventually got to the point where the woman didn't want to be spending so much every time she went on a night out with her friends, so she started looking for other things they could do as a group. Once the weather improved, so her broke pal could join in for free. These friends been invited over at my house for cooking in, for playing music together as we're both musicians, various outdoor activities, and has not taken me up on any of those invitations, she said. My meetups for nights out with the remainder of the friend group has continued, however. I've stopped making the one broke friend aware of when we're meeting, as nobody wants to continue picking up an extra weekly bill after 8 months. The woman says her broke friend is now upset about being left out of activities, and people have been left divided over whether she's done the right thing. Wow. Well, yeah. Are the vibes kind of that, ladies and gentlemen? So I don't know. What is your what's your opinion on the other thing? What's your opinion on that? Because that one there is interesting. She she's broke, and if you're broke, stay at your yard. Turn at your yard. I say turn at your yard. I mean, that's my opinion. I don't know what's your opinion on it? That's why I would say if you are broke like that, you don't expect to be going out on a regular basis. I mean, you did it a few times. I mean, come on. How much time are you gonna go out and expect somebody to take up your bill? Come on.
I felt love.
That's not that.
And after all this
I don't care how much of a friend we are. I mean, come on. At a point, yeah, people are going to have enough of it. Come on.
look how far we've
Well, that's just me.
made. We might have
How about you? What's your take?
We knew we'd get there someday. They said, I bet they'll never make it. But just look at us holding on. We're still together, still going strong. Still the one, you're still the one I run to, the one that I belong to. You're still the one I.
Reading some of the comments here. Somebody says that I'm sorry, but that was just taking the mic. Don't know what that means. Why not just take it in turns, even if you're broke? Then at least that way you can choose what is within your means. So if you can only afford a cup of coffee from Greg's, then at least you have paid for something. Somebody else said, when you are a giver, you need to know your limits because takers don't. The fact this quote-unquote friend didn't even have the manners to say thank you. Sorry, but I'd have done the same thing. I'd have done the same thing, only a lot sooner, not 8 months later. When she asked why wasn't she invited anymore, I would have told the truth. Sounds like she was just taking y'all for a ride. Oh boy. Yeah, that's my take on the situation too. Some people just don't have any conscience, you know. Some people just don't have any conscience. They believe that they can just, yeah, no, that's not how it works. Anybody know the British term? Because it seems as if it's a British term. Because I see people talking about taking the mick. What does that mean? Taking the mick. Somebody says, because I see somebody else using the same term. Yeah, taking the mick. I have no idea what that means. It means to take the mick.
I'm so glad we made it. Look how far we've come, my baby.
Take me as I am. Put your hand in mine. Now and forever. Darling, here I stand before you now. Deep inside, I always knew it was you. You and me, two hearts joined together, bound by destiny. It was you, and you for me. Every road leads to your door. Every step I take, forever more. Just say you love me for the rest of your life. I got a lot of love and I don't wanna let go. Will you still love me for the rest of my life? 'Cause I can't go on. No, I can't go on. I can't go on if I'm on my own. Take me as I am. Put your heart in mine. Stay with me forever. 'Cause I am just a man who never understood. I never had a thing to prove. There was you and me, and it all came back so suddenly. I'm close to you that I wanna
just can't go on. No, seriously, I can't go on if I'm on my own. Can't make it without you. Another one from the great Chicago. Can't go on. Caribbean Vibes Radio Network. But Chris will be the Vibes Master. Thursday evening, taking it easy. Smooth sailing all the way up to 10 o'clock. It's 17 minutes after 9. Vibes Master Media and Entertainment. This is how we do it.
Trouble if you left me now, 'cause I don't know where to look for love. I just don't know how. Oh, girl, how I depend on you to give me love when I need it. Right on time, you would always be. All my friends call me a fool. They say, let the woman take care of you. So I try to be hip and think like the crowd. But even the crowd can't help me now. Oh, girl, tell me what am I gonna do? I know I've got a guilty face. Girl, I feel so out of place. Ooh, yeah, yeah. I don't know where to go, who to see. Oh. All my friends call me a fool. They say, let the woman take care of
Whilby on Caribbean Vibes Radio. He's not just the Vibes Master, he's the smooth operator.
I guess I better go. I can save myself a lot of useless tears. Girl, I've got to get away from here. Oh, girl, pain will double if you leave me now. 'Cause I don't know where to look for love. I don't know how. I don't know how. Better be on my way and stay here.
Loving you is easy 'cause you're beautiful. Making love with you is all I wanna do. Loving you is more than just a dream come true. And everything that I do is out of loving you. La 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 doo 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 doo. No one else can make me feel the colors that you every day of my life is filled with love and you. Love and you. I see your soul come shining through. And every time that we, ooh, I'm more in love with you. La 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 do 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 do. No one else can make me feel the colors that you bring. Stay with me while we grow old. Live each in springtime, 'cause loving you is easy, 'cause and every day of my life is filled with love and you. Love and you. I see your soul come shining through. And every time that we, ooh, I'm more in love with you. La 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 do 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 do.
Do that to me one more time. Once it's never enough with a man like you.
Yo, Vibes Master. Not weird. Not weird. The music of it's a sweet. Play it back with the practice.
Do that to me one more time. Once is never enough with a man like you. Do that to me one more time. Of a man like you. Oh, kiss me. Steve. Oh, baby, do that to me once again.
I don't know. Maybe somebody can take something away from it. I don't know, but maybe it's just what do you call useless information. I don't know, but what the heck? I'm gonna read it anyway. It is the smooth groove, and yeah, this is what we do here. So there are a lot of things that I enjoy about being a marriage life coach, says this person. One of them is you get to hear some of the back in the kitchen truths about husbands and wives. Let me get back to that for you in just 1 second. Right after this song here. This one here is very, very interesting. Stand by for that.
Fishes in the ocean, higher than any bird ever flew, longer than there've been stars up in the heavens. I've been in love with you. Stronger than any mountain cathedral, truer than any tree ever grew, deeper than any forest primeval. I am in love with you. I'll bring fire in the winters. You'll send showers in the spring.
This article here, and just I kind of give you a little bit of hint where this is going. One of them is, as a person say, you get to hear of the back in the kitchen truths about the husbands and wives, stuff that outside of a counseling session you might not discover outside of being married anyway, or any other way, especially when it comes to sex related issues. And she went on to say, take penises, for example. I can't tell you how many times a couple who is on the verge of being sexless has included rather, a wife who has looked me dead in my eyes and said, girl, a big D ain't all it's cracked up to be. Believe that. And you know what? She is right. As someone who back in my sexually active days used to make it my mission to make sure that a man was long and strong, with a side of girth similar to the girls featured in this skit right here, I've got to say and believe I've shared before that the one who ended up giving me the most vaginal orgasms was someone who was, for the most part, smaller than all of the rest. We were tight at the time. He was sexually curious, adventurous, and giving. And yes, I'm sure that all played a part in my pleasure too. But I'll be honest with you. If I only factored in his member alone, I'd still say that he played a real role in dispelling the ridiculous myth that if a man ain't huge, he need not apply. If you read what I just said and you're saying to yourself, girl, please, this article was written with you in mind. Matter of fact, I got a couple of women in my life to share that while it might be popular to say that a man needs a large penis in order to truly sexually satisfy a woman, at the end of the day, he actually doesn't. I don't think we realize just how much outside voices influence and sometimes even infect us. I mean, it's not like we all came out of the womb with a natural longing for a man with a big penis. It's not like it's a natural part of our DNA. But media, porn, and conversations either we have had or eavesdropped on that brought up by the subject. Oh, and don't even get me started on how much black people has been sexualized and fetishized in America have all played a clear role in making us think that if a man isn't at least 8 to 9 inches, he's not worthy of getting any action. Don't believe me? Somehow. Think that you came to the conclusion all by yourself? If so, take out your journal and think back to the first time you thought about a male genitalia in a sexual way, when size and or sexual pleasure came into the picture. If you thought that your partner needed to be huge in order to please you, where did you get that idea from? I'd be shocked if it was internal. I'd also be surprised if you even pondered if that conclusion was even true or not. Let's keep going. And I'm going to come back to that in just a moment.
Once upon a time there was light in my life, but now there's only love in the dark.
So I'm being told that my mic is gone again, so I guess some people are not hearing me. But I'll come back to that article right there. Stand by. It is now 9:34, 26 minutes going up to 10 o'clock. Continuing with this article here, it says here, she went on to say, and this is from, who is this coach? Nicole, inspirational letters from Nicole. So it goes on to say here, so before sharing with you some of the thoughts that a wife who has a husband with a huge penis has to say on the topic, let's discuss reality for a moment, shall we? First, I'm thinking that it's pretty common knowledge at this point that roughly 75% of women struggle with experiencing a vaginal orgasm, which is an orgasm that comes strictly from vaginal penetration. So already, if penetration doesn't automatically do it for you, what do you need a big member for? Okay, but let's keep going. There's more? Oh boy, I tell her. There is more? She said, let's keep going. Oh boy. Maybe. All right, let me. Let me give you this one here. Let me.
What tomorrow brings in a world.
Here we go. Coming down to the wire. But I think I just need to finish this article here. She went on to say also, did you know that our most intensive vaginal nerve endings are within the first 2 inches of our vagina? Technically, this means that if a guy is 3 inches or more, When he's erect, he can still get the job done. Good thing too, because brace yourselves, ladies. Reportedly, less than 20% of men have a penis that is larger than 6 inches. And that is when it is erect. As far as someone who is 7 inches or more, penises only fall into that very large category with only 3% of guys. You can read more about this later on. I've been knowing all of this for quite some time. That's why whenever I hear a man brag about how much he is packing, the first thing that comes to mind is somehow I doubt it. Following by, have you ever actually measured it, sir? The reason why I say this is because if a man is simply going on assumption or hyping himself up, how does he actually know if he's small, under 5 inches, average between 5 to 6, or large, 7 or up? This brings to mind my next point, and that is the final point. Because you do not need a big D, you really don't, according to this writer. Just like a lot of guys believe that they are huge without really knowing for sure if that is the case at all, tons of women automatically assume that their partner is large and in charge too. For those ladies, the same points apply. How do you know how big your partner really is? If you haven't measured it, how do you know? Because now that actual inches have been shared, have you considered that maybe you've been with a lot of 5s or girthy instead of long? And so in walks a barely 7 inches and your mind is blown when really it's still just a 7? Either way, now that you know that over 3 inches can actually stimulate the part of your VJ that needs to get off, what is the big freaking deal about a big D anyway? Especially if you are not someone who has vaginal orgasms from them to begin with. Those are not my words. I just thought you would like to hear a little bit of that. So, yeah. Not my words. Just reading them. It is 9:40, 20 minutes going up to 10 o'clock right here on Caribbean Vibes Radio. It is the Smooth Grove. A real Speedwagon can't fight this feeling anymore. And so I want to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that sometimes when we do these shows on YouTube on a Thursday, they do not stay up on YouTube. I can let me just share that with you right now. So I just do it a lot of times for the viewing pleasure, because a lot of times YouTube end up blocking the video anyways because of copyright issues. So they will allow me to finish the show most of the times, but within a day or two, the Thursday Smooth Groove is blocked and it is no longer available on YouTube, just to inform you. So I want to say thank you for keeping me company tonight. All right? But at least YouTube allow me to finish the show. Facebook will not allow me at all. Facebook would kick me off a long time because of some of these songs that I'm playing. Facebook would have kicked me off a long time.
Do you feel my heart beating? Do you understand? Do you feel the same? Am I only dreaming? Is this burning? And
What are you laughing at, Grace? Why are you laughing?
I
You don't believe the article?
it's meant to.
Are you not in agreement with the article? Why are you laughing?
When you are sleeping, you belong with me. Do you feel the same? Am I only
ego, Grace? What about the ego?
Sun shines through the rain.
Lady D, if you miss it, you miss it. Osh. You're gonna have to catch it on the replay.
I don't wanna lose.
You're gonna have to catch it on the replay, Lady D.
Close your eyes, give me your hand. Do you feel my heart beating? Do you understand? Do you feel the same? Am I only dreaming? Or is this burning an eternal
So, Yvette, apparently you weren't listening to the show at the beginning. Having issues with the microphone, so the volume is going up and down. So, you're gonna have to buy me a new mixing board because I think my mixing board is the issue. So, yeah, sorry, but I kind of explained that in the beginning, So, yeah. But apparently you were occupied. You were otherwise occupied. So right now I'm telling you that the microphone is chipping in and out. Sometimes it goes up and sometimes it goes back down. Unfortunately, I don't know what is happening with it. It is having a mind of its own right now. So as long as you're hearing me, right? Is it? As long as you're hearing me. It's one of those things.
I see the crystal raindrops fall, and the beauty of it all is when the sun comes shining through to make those rainbows in my mind. When I think of you sometime, and I want to spend some time with you, just the two of us. We can make it if we try, just the two of us. Just the two of us. Just the two of us, building castles in the sky. Just the two of us, you and I. We look for love, no time for tears. Wasted water's all that is, and it don't make no flowers grow. Good things might come to those who wait, but not for those who wait too late. We gotta go for all we know. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Building them castles in the sky. Just the two.
Just the two of us.
You and I.
You and I. Lady D, what's happening? What's happening, my friend? Lady D, Denise Gomez. I need a new mixing board, Lady D. Can you sponsor me one? It's laugh, Lady D. I know it's laugh, Lady D. They laugh now. She's laughing at me. Well, what happened to Chris? Is what happened to Chris doing? Why am not gonna sit down?
I hear the crystal raindrops fall.
I'm sitting down, Lady D. I'm sitting down.
And it becomes the morning dew. And darling, when the morning comes and I see the morning sun, I want to be the one with you. Just the two. We can make it if we try. Just the two. Just the two of us.
think it need more than prayers right now. Don't know if prayers can help this one. I've had this mixing board for a very long time. You know, from I started, this is the mixing board that I have, and it has gone through some whole heap of battering and moving up and down from one section to another section to another. You know what I mean? So yeah. From the hallway to the bedroom to the basement to the kitchen to the must only the bathroom it never goes. So I think it has done its fair share. You know, it has done its job. Let's just say that. So I don't think prayers is gonna help it right now, to be honest with you. We probably just need to just bury it and just give it a good send off, you know. Pray for it. Put it in our box and bury it. Have a nice little funeral. Maybe you can give the eulogy. Yeah, that's how it has been all night, Yvette. Up and down, up and down. And trust me, I haven't been touching anything or doing anything. So you're hearing me now. You're hearing me clearly now, right? Yeah. That's just how it is, you know. One moment my voice is way up and the next minute it's way down. So
I stopped and
just goes to show you.
Hoping to find some old forgotten words or ancient.
Not a bad idea in a lady day, a fundraiser, yeah?
He turned to me as if to say,
can't make you half with it at all.
Waiting there for you. Cry out in the night as they grow restless, longing for some solitary company. I know that I must do what's right, sure as Kilimanjaro rises like Olympus above the Serengeti. I seek to cure what's deep inside, frightened of this thing that I've become.
It's the Pointer Sisters.
Looking into mine, seeing what you wanted to see. Darling, don't say a word, 'cause I already heard what your body's saying to mine. I'm tired of fast moves, I've got a slow groove on my mind. I want a man with a slow hand. I want a lover with an easy touch. I want somebody who will spend some time, not come and go in a heated rush.
Yes, sir.
I want somebody who will understand. When it comes to love, I want a slow hand.
Yo, Vibes Master.
Boy, I tell you, I have to take this one from the top. Gotta take this one from the top. Because this is the one that is taking us out of here for tonight. If somebody wanna buy me a mixing board,
As the midnight moon was drifting through
you can inbox me.
the sway of the trees,
Send me a thing, you know.
the look in your eyes,
What is it?
looking into mine, seeing what you wanted to see. Darling, don't say a word, 'cause I already heard
This mixing board is old.
into mine.
I think it's over 6 years old.
Got a slow groove on my mind.
And it has gotten some beating. I can tell you that. Seriously, it got quite a bit of beat up. So
I want somebody who will spend some
I
time
think there's a lot of shorts in it all over the place. So
in a heat.
I'm gonna try to invest in a new mixing board. Right?
Somebody who will
But in the meantime, if somebody want to send a little thing, you know what I mean?
understand.
No, we're not. No, we have to figure out, as Lady D say, a fundraiser specifically for a certain purpose. You know what I mean? Yeah, cause you know, make no sense somebody say no like a $5 come on, because that now go buy the mixing board, you know. So it don't make sense. I tell one person and I see somebody send me a $20 or a $30. No, we have to try and coordinate so, right? Yeah.
Darling, don't say
Not true, Lady D. You know how to do them thing, not true. Anyway, got to go, ladies and gentlemen. I enjoyed myself. I hope you did too. I want to say thank you for keeping me company, despite the setbacks that we have had throughout the evening. You stuck around, and I appreciate your company. Those of you who listened in on CaribbeanVibesRadio.com, I want to say thank you.
got somebody
YouTube Massive,
some time,
thank you.
not come and go in a heated rush. I found somebody
Take care of your beautiful selves.
when it comes to
I will catch you on Sunday evening at 5 o'clock. You know what? It's going to be 6 o'clock this Sunday. So let me put that out there from now. So you don't look for me at 5 o'clock. I'll be here at 6 o'clock this Sunday afternoon with Divine Praise. So make sure that you log on. In the meantime, keep it locked to your number one station. And you can begin the day right here every morning at 6 o'clock. We have the gospel music for you. And for majority of the day, it is just gospel music and words of encouragement. So make sure that you check out the station right throughout the day. In the meantime, take care.
found somebody
Have yourselves a fantastic night and a beautiful weekend. God bless you. Wagwan.
slow hand. Ooh, lover with a slow hand. And I get all excited with his easy touch. I found somebody who will spend the night, not come and go in a heated rush. Ooh, lover with a slow
wasting my time for you. And I'm not too crazy about the idea of having nothing to do. Oh no. Now it's time for a change. The idea